What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled Why Thugs Get No Respect. See, Sub-Zero, this is for you. People like to romanticize the 80s and 90s streets and street culture. And people like to glorify the things that went on. But people don't want to talk about the 2000 and 2010s now. How these people regret their actions. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, we don't talk about how people from that same era have this demonic, opportunist type of mindset that is still cool with how they got down. And why these guys get no respect. And some of these women, because there's some women involved, but predominantly men. So predominantly men. So most of y'all, this is on y'all. See, y'all forgot the kids of the people, that quote unquote looking up to y'all. I looked up to the drug dealers and the pimps. They watched you sell drugs to pregnant women. They watched you beat up frail guys who were on drugs for cash, but you knew, because you knew it was an easy little lick. They watched you take stolen property from addicts who they stole from their families, right? So they can get a hit. And you took that stuff. And not only did you take it, you flossed it. You walked around with family heirlooms and jewelry, furnished your house with certain things and electronics and whatnot. It was all good. It's cool, huh? Right. They watched you. Some of y'all talking bad about R. Kelly right now, but some of y'all was in them streets smashing girls the same age. He messing with 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old girls. Some of y'all was too. And now y'all want to sit here and pass the buck because you don't want nobody to look at you. That's why you get no respect. Some of y'all say you was a man. I was, I handled my business. I was a man in these streets. Yeah. It's kind of funny how some of y'all was rats, though. When it was time to face the consequences of your actions, you became a snitch. It's kind of funny how when some of y'all got locked up and you was on one set, you came out in another. But, it's all business. It was just, I was making moves. This glorification of these guys, they were entrepreneurs. Where the business is at, if they was entrepreneurs. They can tell you about all their stories of who they hustled and who they played and they're not going to say who they killed, but who they set up, who they robbed. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. But when you got older, you didn't want your kids to be involved with people who were just like you when you were younger. But and some of y'all are even worse. Some of your kids walking around here emulating you when you was in the streets and they in the suburbs. That's very interesting. Old to my old man who's out here killing fools. Yeah, really? So what you saying is you fell game, right? See, some of y'all talk bad about these fiends, addicts, however y'all call it, strawberries in L.A., whatever. But some of y'all was fiends. Never get high off your own supply. That was a rule for a reason, right? Because a lot of y'all cats was fiends. A lot of y'all knew right from wrong. So you got drunk and you got high, and you had sex and you partied to blow off some steam because you just wasn't right inside. See, some of y'all was quote unquote players. Some of y'all had no problems smashing somebody's mama, you know, in an uncompromising position while their kids was around or saw it, and y'all had no problem like, what's happening? But you supposed to get respect, right? Some of y'all went to jail, came out, and you legit, but you still got that little sneaky demeanor about you that you always trying to get over and hustle. But then you're an upstanding citizen, right? But then when the people from your past come looking for you, all of a sudden you Christian, you Muslim, you a new person. You know, that was a long time ago. Oh, really, was it? Some of y'all shot up other people's houses, but all of a sudden, you want to be an activist if your house gets shot up. Oh, really? You had a history of bullying kids. See, y'all forget about that part. You know, if the kids didn't want to be in the gangs or deal dope, what would you do? You try to beat them up, or you beat them up, or you pull guns out on them. See, the same way you talk about the police being a bully, y'all think people forget? Oh, and let's not talk about when some of y'all was in the street and y'all picked on some of these kids and got your ass knocked out, and then you tried to put a pseudo hit out on them, or a real hit out on them. See, this is why y'all don't get respect. See, there was a time where they had codes and rules, and I'm gonna be completely transparent about. There were guys who were in the streets that looked out for people who wasn't. Like I said a long time ago, your street dudes and your school cats or your athletes, they all grew up together. They all came up together. They were all friends. They all had sleepovers. They all played on teams together or played certain video games together. It's just they grew up and things happened. That's true. So I'm not saying some people made sure people didn't get into trouble or didn't get associated with the streets. I'm not going to even debate that. That's just what it was. I'm talking about some of you other cats though, because the rules have been diminishing when I was a kid. From the 90s up, it was just less and less rules every year. Now, here's the other thing. You don't get respect because some of y'all had a bunch of kids that y'all didn't take care of. And y'all made fun of other people for taking care of them. A lot of you, a lot of you street cats know what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. And now, this is why we have some of these talks online today. And what about, the disrespect that you guys taught? See, you taught people to disrespect each other. And that can't be overlooked. That's why, guys are not really respected. Matter of fact, some of you guys are trying or pseudo look out for people to hold it over their head because you would get cool with some of the athletes and try to buy them gifts and kind of be a pseudo hood booster. And sometimes you would get them out of stuff, sometimes you would get them into stuff. And all they was trying to do was just live out their dreams. But there was some type of come up for you. No respect for that. And I would say ultimately, a lot of you guys got into corporate America. Not a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys got into the working world and you played both sides. And when you played both sides, it made sure other brothers couldn't get positions and hired in the future. But we're not going to talk about that part, right? But you want respect. And before I end this, not to mention, you know, a lot of cats was clicked up and had a set and hood. A lot of y'all was cowards. A lot of y'all was cowards. See, a lot of y'all actually couldn't fight, and y'all didn't have aim, and y'all ran when there was a shootout. I'm the important guy. I'm the top dog. No, you just was a bitch. Let's just be honest about that. You had the most money in the clique, and they was protecting you because they ate from you, but you was really a bitch. That's what it was. You was a leader from the back because using your money. You basically was tricking off on the rest of the hood to save you from getting your ass knocked out, shot up. You was paying people for your safety like a little hoe because you wasn't man enough to actually walk those goddamn streets that you said you ran like that. And some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about because when it was one-on-one or the gun came out, you motherfuckers started shaking and fumbling. Now you want to be a diplomat and shit. You know, but whatever, man. But these are some of the reasons why y'all just don't get no respect. And oh, by the way, in all this carnage, you keep asking everybody else to fix it. You did it. You was proud of you doing it. You proud to recollect what you did, but now you want everybody else to fix it. Why the fuck you don't fix it? But I'm done. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.